Hey guys, what's up? So we have a new update in advanced server and it's patch 1.5.38. First on our list is Ling's Nerf. He now has a fixed energy requirement for his first skill. It's now 35 energy at all levels. Previously, you can lower it to 25 by upgrading the skill. Last week, they also did the same with his second skill, where they set the energy at 40 on all levels. I'm expecting fewer Ling users on the next update. Next is Jawhead. They lowered the base shield from his second skill, but they increase its physical attack scaling. This means lower shield in the early game, but higher in the late game as he adds more attack items. So he's gonna be a bit less annoying during the buff invasion in the early game. Next is Benedetta. The developers think she's too strong in the early and mid game, so they'll adjust her skills. They lowered her first skill damage but shortened its casting animation. As you can see, it's now faster. They added a new effect on her second skill where she gains full stack of passive if she manages to block a damage.
Kings of the Manian Empire.
Previously, it would only take effect if she blocks a CC skill. Her passive skill now has lower damage. They also adjusted its damage against minions and jungle creeps from 30 to now 40%. Overall, I think Benedetta is going to be good despite the lower damage. Next is Barats. They lowered his base and growth HP and increased his ultimate cooldown by 10 seconds at max level. This is a way to balance his new passive effect from last week where he loses stacks gradually like this. Next is Lunox. They lowered the damage of her first skill in Chaos mode because of her high performance in ranked and tournament games despite being used as a support mage. They also increased the cooldown of her Chaos ultimate by 7 seconds at level 4. Next is Alice. The developers think she is overpowered now that many players have mastered her, so they'll weaken the damage and heal of her ultimate. In exchange, her mana requirement at late game is lowered by 10 points. Next is Hilda. They lowered the shield she gets when entering a bush, from 20 down to 15% max HP. Next is Harith. They lowered the shield he gets from his second skill at higher levels. They also lowered its magic power scaling from 150 down to 120%, so it's a nerf for Harith mains. Next is Selena. They lowered the damage of her enhanced basic attack when in abysmal form. That's minus 100 points of damage in the early levels. But they increased its magic power scaling from 110 to 130%. So they weakened her early game damage. Next is Pharsa. They added more cooldown to her ultimate, from 28 to 22 to now 36 to 28 seconds of cooldown. So it's a nerf for Pharsa users. Next is Clint. The developers think she's weak, so they increase his first skill damage by adding 50 points at all levels. They also lowered the skill's mana requirement. His survivability is also low compared to other marksmen, so they'll shorten his second skill's cooldown, from 12 to 9.5 down to 10 to 8 seconds of cooldown. This is good because I find his first skill range quite short. His dash is also short, which makes an easy target for assassins.
Don't panic.
Next is Estes. He now gains 15% movement speed when he heals with his first skill. Remember, it only works when he's linked to an ally. It doesn't give him movement speed when he heals himself. And healing multiple allies will only give him 15% movement speed. Finally, a buff on my boy Estes. So they pretty much nerfed the meta heroes to open more possibilities for the other last use heroes. Next is Paquito's voice lines. Too bad he won't be using Manny Pacquiao's voice. Let's listen to what he says.
A punch for a punch. My fists. My life. Life is a fight. Try to be the winning side. Learn from defeat. It's the hardships I went through that built me up. It's a journey with no end in sight. Make every move count. Roll with the punches. You are stronger than your fear. Resilient, strong, and determined. No time for regret. The world makes way for the man who knows where he's going. Why take the punch if you can dodge it? Every scar of mine is a badge of glory. I bring hope with my very hands. I earn respect with my fists. Dead. A knockout.
Next is the Fragment Shop update. This will be applied on December 16 on original server. Next are the battlefield adjustments. When there is a shield on your tower, heroes will have 10% damage reduction. You'll see a tower icon buff like this if you're within the tower's range. Here is an example. So Clint's damage is 301. If Matilda is near the tower, Clint's damage is reduced by 10%. From 301 down to 271. Remember, this only applies if there is a shield on your tower. This is good news for marksman heroes who are pretty weak in the early stage of the game. Next is the turtle. It will now spawn after the first 2 minutes instead of 3. And its respawn timer is shorter from 3 down to 2 minutes. This means you can have up to 4 turtles in a game. To make up for more resources, they will increase its defense from 37 to 80 points. It will be harder to kill the turtle now. Next is the decreased movement speed of the mid lane minions. It's now slower by 6%. Next is the creep adjustments. I think this is a typo because this Fiend and Serpent are the jungle buff monsters. I tested it and the respawn time is still at 90 seconds. Next is the HP bar section. Previously, each line in the HP bar means 800 points of HP. Now it's at 1000 HP. So in this case, Hylos has 18,000 HP. It's separated by a bigger line at 5,000 each. Next are the new icons for Divine Glaive, Arcane Boots, and Rose Gold Meteor. More item icons will be changed in the future. Next is the new matchmaking mode in the early stage of the season. I think it's a way to find players who were mythic from the previous season. It's still not yet available here in advanced server, and they also optimized the matchmaking in classic mode. Next one is the new skin tag for epic showcase skins. It's now called Collector instead of Epic. Here are some samples of the skin. Next is the Starlight skin for January. It's going to be Benedetta's Street Glow skin. Next is Valir's new skin, Demon Lord. It will be available in January 15 in the Epic Showcase event. Last one is the sneak peek of Karina's revamp. Her skills are still not available here in advanced server. So what can you say about the update? Which part did you like the most? Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. That's all for this video. Stay safe and thank you for watching.